The lesson.
Oh yeah.
As someone that was running a battle league and has been involved in battles for quite a long time, obviously there's a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff that goes on that the fans would have no idea about.
Oh, it's next level, eh?
So a couple things I wanted to ask you about was, and hip hop's a competitive, it's a competitive sport.
Yeah.
When you were doing the grind time stuff, was there a grind time got beef sort of?
Yeah. Well, originally I was working with Got Beef. I think I helped them out with three or four events. And what actually happened was I had a few disagreements with Decoy, who was the guy that owned Got Beef. I set up an event in Brisbane that I funded myself and the other guy that was running the event with me from Brisbane. And we put on the whole event ourselves, and Decoy hit us up afterwards and tried to get a cut. And we'd had a few other disagreements, and I ended up pretty much thinking, well, he can get fucked. And because he'd screwed me around a bunch of times. And at the time, we just put on this event in Brisbane, and we had Lush One, who was like one of the co-owners of Grind Time in America. I think he had some issues with Decoy as well, and he kind of said to me, he was like, well, fuck him, man. Oh, we'll get this footage and we'll start Grind Time Australia. And I was like, yeah, right, sweet. And so it kind of went from me working with Got Beef to kind of launching Grind Time Australia and trying to do my own thing. At the time, a lot of the guys that were battling were having troubles with Decoy and didn't really want to work with him. And they were kind of encouraging me as well, because they're like, yeah, sweet, we don't want to do battles with this guy, if you run this, we can do. And because we had the cosign from America, that was a good look internationally. So I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'll go through that. And so that ran for, I think, about a year and a half until, as the battle scene does, it has issues. And over in America, the original Grind Time company ended up falling to pieces. And we were actually going probably harder than they were at the time. But once the company shut down, we couldn't use the name anymore. And yeah, I mean, the battle scene's it's really good. And I like at the end of the day, freestyles are freestyles. People should freestyle against each other all day, every day. It's like Vikings used to freestyle. Back 2,000 years ago, it was considered a talent to be able to rhyme words in front of the rest of the village. You know what I mean? It's just how they were. But I think with the pre-writtens comes a lot of politics, especially when people are getting paid to battle, without winning or losing. It's a performance fee rather than a competition, and it takes out that sort of competitive edge of it. And you watch so many big battles these days where they don't really want to battle the guy they're battling, and they're both just walking around the stages going, I only do this for the cash. And it's just like, well, fuck off. You only do it for cash. Why don't you just go fucking do an office job? You know what I mean? I'm not going to watch you sit there and do something you don't want to do at an office. So why I'm going to watch you do a rap battle that you don't want to do? And you're just going to pace around going, I don't want to do this, I just like money. And I hate money. I really hate it, massively. It's like a magical fucking number, legal tender, you know what I mean? So these guys that I think, and I like to think that they were inspired by the same things that I was inspired by with hip-hop. And it was like, no, you can do anything with nothing, you know what I mean? You don't need money. You don't need this. He can drop a beatbox and we can freestyle right here. Or even if we ain't got no paint, we can carve our names into the sandstone and make a cool piece. You know what I mean? You don't need none of that. So that I think that side of the world gets me down massively.
The lesson.